Um, okay. I'm gonna have to check on my phone to make sure this is working because, oh yeah, I think it is. I think it is. So hi, it's Maureen Elher here. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are. And I don't think I'm going to be able to see if anybody joins me. There's this whole new thing going on the back end of Facebook. I don't know if you do Facebook Lives, which is something I wanted to talk today about. But it's certainly not straightforward and easy to work it from the back end anymore. You used to be able to just click and go, and now it's just this really like complicated. I mean, it's a bit of a minefield if you haven't seen it. But yeah, I hope you're having a great day wherever you are today. It's yeah, what day is it? It's Thursday. I don't know if anybody else has felt that this week has just flown by, and maybe not just even the week, but the months. And I got back from Bali around about the 23rd of March, and I just can't believe that it's June already. It's just like crazy. So yeah, I wanted to talk about Facebook Lives today, and I invited my high level clients to do a Facebook challenge over the next 21 days. And it was just really interesting what that brought up for people. And it really made me think about, how hard people can find it to go live or to do videos or, to be seen, and what holds us back. And I don't know about you, if you're watching, let me know in the comments if going live is something you do or maybe you don't do, and maybe tell me why, and maybe I could give you some ideas as well. Well, you should get some ideas from this Facebook Live I'm doing today on things you can do to help you pop that cherry, because there's just this amazing opportunity that we have with this live technology that we can broadcast to the world. And I think now more than ever, we should be broadcasting more. We should be sharing about how we feel about what's going on in the world, about what's going on for us, so we can reach other people. It's obviously a great tool for our businesses as well, which is amazing. It's done wonders for me since I got back in my home office, basically, because I was living the life of Riley in Bali, living in a beautiful villa there. But my life was a lot different than this 9 to 5 kind of vibe that I've got back into since I moved back home to Donegal because of what's going on in the world right now. And both work, actually. It's just that both are really, really different. But Facebook Live has been really amazing for me in my business since doing this, and not just from my purpose, from the perspective of doing the lives every day. I'm always saying to entrepreneurs, it's not just about what we do and the results that we get from doing what we do in our businesses. It's who we become as a result of doing. It's who we become as a result of doing something consistently in our business. It gives us a chance to get good. And I think one of the biggest problems I find with entrepreneurs is they don't really give themselves a chance to get good at anything, really, because they're always moving on to the next thing. They're always jumping on the next tactic or the next strategy or the next cool platform. And those things are okay, and they do have a place in your business. But if you're hopping from one thing to another all the time and you never give yourself a chance to get good at one thing, you're always going to find it difficult, and you're always going to feel like you don't have any momentum, and you're going to struggle to have any consistency. And momentum and consistency, that's what creates results. And that was one of the reasons that I wanted to support my clients and invite them to do Facebook Lives every day for 21 days, because after 21 days is a habit, right? So I don't know how many days of Facebook Lives I've been doing since I got back home. But I do know that a dear colleague of mine, Jessica Jerzakis, I think she's on like day 40, because she started doing Facebook Lives every day around about the same time. I started around about the same time as her. So it must be about 6 weeks now at this stage. Now, granted, I haven't done it every day, but I have challenged myself and my clients to make sure that I do it every day, because it's going to give me a chance to not just get good, but get even better at what I'm doing. But what I'm finding with doing the Facebook Lives is not just what happens in the live itself. It's what happens, the ripple effect of it And this is what I love about things that we're consistent at in business. It's not good enough to do things once or twice. If you're going to do videos in your business, do them every day or do them every second day. If you're going to use your email list, or if you're going to do a lot of email marketing, you want to make sure that you're doing it every week or every second week or whatever is good for you, but making sure that you're doing it consistently, because people get used to it. And we can train our audiences, or we can train the people on our mailing list to expect something from us. And then we start really existing in their lives, right? And if we're really existing in their lives, then they start to pay more attention to what we've got to say, and you're building a relationship. And business is about building relationships, right? It's about building relationships all the time, and it's about building that trust factor. And you do that if you're showing up all the time. You don't do it if you're here one day and you're gone the next. And I'm not saying that I've been amazing at that in my business, but I know it's definitely something that I've been tuned into over the last 3 months. And I'm starting to really, really feel the impact of that in so many ways, by being invited to speak at many different events. I've all but, I'm not going to say I stopped looking for speaking gigs, because that's not the message I want to give, but I've been getting invited to so many, or I've been seeing so many opportunities that I can easily introduce myself to, because I'm online all the time. But it's also bringing people back into my circles. People that I haven't heard of, or had any conversations with or anything for years. And they've got their own things going on, and I've been invited to interviews. I've been actually, the other day I was invited to do something for BBC to talk about business, because the words that they used was because I keep seeing you online, and I was thinking you would be really great for this, right? So if you're watching this, and there isn't one thing that you're doing all the time in your business, and you're thinking that or maybe you're not getting the results that you want, what could be that one thing for you? One of the biggest reasons that, or there was many reasons, but one of the many reasons that I invited my clients to this 21-day challenge is because I knew it's going to help them grow as speakers. Because speaking is a huge part of how I help my clients. I help them build a top tier income from speaking all over the world, virtually and live. And I also knew it was going to help with their confidence, which, I mean, hands up, who doesn't need help with their confidence? I can't see who's watching. I can see that there's lots of people watching right now, but if you want to say hello to me in the comments, I would really appreciate that, so that I can see who's actually online with me right now. And if you want to ask me anything, please feel free. I'm happy to answer absolutely any questions. But like I was saying, it really helps with confidence. Who doesn't need more confidence in our businesses? And it's like, how do we get confidence sometimes, right? It's like, how the hell do we do it? Well, we get confidence by getting good at things. We get confidence by getting results at things that we're actually giving ourselves a chance to get good at, right? And it also helps us get good with consistency, and it's kind of forcing us to do something over and over. And this is difficult for entrepreneurs, because entrepreneurs always want to be going on to the next best thing. And I'm guilty of that too sometimes, but I know what works. And I always make sure that speaking is the way that I grow my business. So everything that I'm consistent at, I try and make sure that it's speaking related. So then I'm always working towards building the skill sets and building my profile within that, because that's my goal with my business. So let me know if this is speaking to you, pardon the pun, or if this is helping you. And maybe you could consider giving yourself some sort of challenge today that would help you with that confidence, that would help you be consistent with something. And and I think that confidence and consistency and all those things, maybe they sound a little bit boring, but what's not boring is the results that we can create. That is certainly not boring. So getting more clients, getting more visibility, getting invitations, as opposed to having to ask for things. That's what everybody wants. Everybody wants to be invited to things. So if by you just committing every day to showing up on your Facebook personal, if it's for personal, or your Facebook business, or even your Facebook personal page. I do lots of stuff over there, and just committing to saying that you're going to do that every day, even if you don't have a massive audience, it will do amazing things for you and your business. Trust me, I've seen amazing things happen for me. I've been receiving referrals from past clients. I've been receiving lots of questions about what I do. And, it's been a great way to reconnect with people as well. And it's also really helped me stay on the ball too. And also, it's great. It's great. It's a great experience. I love developing my skills in something. And now I may have really like procrastinated about what am I going to say and how am I going to do this, and what if nobody watches and what if nobody cares and all of those things. And they're all fairly valid, but it just kind of forced me beyond those things to say, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to come on here and I am going to do my best to provide value for the people that want it. So let me know if this speaks to you. I can't see because of this new technology of Facebook if anybody is watching me. And yeah, it's got all complicated on this Facebook feed. But really, what I was talking about was being doing something consistently in your business, and choosing something. And like recently, I invited my clients to do a 21-day Facebook Live challenge, to give us something to work towards and to make sure that we're doing something consistent that's directly related to the impact that we want to make, to the skills that we want to grow, and directly going to help us get more clients as well in our business, because that's exactly what all business owners need. Because we can't have businesses without clients, right? I have learned that one of the fastest ways to enroll more clients for your business is definitely through speaking. And I really remember one of the first opportunities that I ever had to speak way back when. Oh my God, way back when I wanted to run out the door before my name was called on stage. And believe me, I really did want to run out the door. I used to like hope that there was some big mistake and I wasn't going to have to go through with it. But I got over that. I had a massive, massive fear of public speaking. And to the point where I used to have like outer body experiences on the stage. I used to come off stage and be like, how was that for you? And I'd be like, yeah, it was fine. How was it? And they'd be like, oh, yeah, it was really good. And I'm like, oh, really? What was good about it? And I just felt like whatever had happened to me on that stage or whatever I'd done, I was just like so completely disconnected to it. And, after getting on stage probably 100 plus times, right, you learn to deal with it. And, I learned that a lot of it was to do with the fact that every time I spoke at school, I was told to get out of the class, or I was either, in trouble for speaking too much everywhere I went in school. I spent most of my school days standing outside the classroom door, hiding on all the other teachers that they wouldn't see me, so I wouldn't get even more shit from them. And they'd be like, oh, Ní Gallagher, you're standing outside again, you're in trouble again. So, when I started speaking, I was like, it was like a little girl was getting on the stage who was afraid that her teachers were going to, or people were going to tell her to get the hell out. But yeah, I digress with that story. But that's a very, very real thing for me. But not anymore, because I've gotten over it. I give myself a chance to get good and getting better all the time. I would definitely not think that my journey is over and getting good at speaking. Definitely not. And it is a journey. There's a long way to go. But what I love about speaking is that it grows you in so many ways. And like what I was saying about this challenge that I've helped my clients, not that I've helped them with, but I've invited my clients to, that I know it's going to help them get better at speaking. I know it's going to help them get better at showing up. I know it's going to help them get better at coming up with ideas and stories and content and ways of connecting and being more engaging when they're doing their virtual talks, because it is different doing virtual talks than what it is speaking at a live event, because you've literally only got this like square window here to make the impact that you want. You don't have the same kind of presence as what you would have if you're at a live event and you can't see anyone, and that's why I was telling you the story about the public speaking, because what we have now is we're people just sitting in their rooms or their offices like I am now. I'm speaking to a hole, a hole in the computer. So there is no public speaking right now, right? So you can't use that as an excuse anymore if that's something that's held you back from speaking for your business. And if you're not using speaking to grow your business, now could be a really great time to start. And why don't you, join us in this 21-day challenge, and, let me know how you get on with that. And even like, to consider doing that. How does that make you feel? If it scares the crap out of you, it's definitely something you should do. And you should know that the person who does day one and the person who does day 10 are going to be completely different. And the person who does day 10 and the person that does day 21 are going to be completely different. And that's what I love. It's because who you become by doing. That's what I absolutely love about this journey of entrepreneurship. It's who we become by doing. It's who we become by showing up. It's who we become by being consistent and getting results and providing value all the time for our clients and the people who follow us, and the people that want to help us. So I hope you find some inspiration in that today. And yeah, that's day 2 for me. But I'll also be doing some Facebook Lives on my personal page as well. I do a lot of collaborations over there, so you can have a look. I also share them here, and I kind of mix it up in all sorts of ways. And if you've been watching this, and maybe you've been watching me, or you're thinking about using speaking to grow your business, and maybe you're waiting for the right time to do it, there has never been a better time to do it. Because what I've been able to do with live speaking and now switching to virtual speaking, I thought what I did was fast, and I think that speaking can definitely grow your business fast. But the opportunity with virtual speaking is absolutely exponential, because you can basically be speaking all over the world every single day, and I had to travel the world to get those gigs. So if this is something you want to know more about, and you want to know how to get those speaking opportunities, especially those virtual speaking opportunities, I've got this really cool guide. It's called 10 Ways to Find Your First or Next Virtual Speaking Gig. And it lists out 10 strategies that I literally started using over the last 3 months since I came back from Bali, and I've been able to flood my calendar with opportunities to speak virtually at events everywhere from South Africa to America to here in Donegal to Tokyo to everywhere. So if you want that, I'm going to like my own Facebook Live for a start, and then I'm going to pop the link here. So if you want to grab that and you want to use these strategies, I would love for you to do that. And when you download it, it's going to come with some emails that has me walking you through all the different strategies and ways that you can use those in your business. So I'm going to pop this in the chat, and not in the chat, but in the comments right here, and you can grab it on the back of this live. And I want to send you lots of love, and I hope this has inspired you today. I hope it's inspired you to speak more, to be seen more, and to do more, and to get more results for your business, and all of those amazing things. So I just cannot see anybody who's here today, but I know that people have been popping in and off, but anyway, popping on and off. So anyway, lots of love to you wherever you are, and yeah, see you soon. Tune in for more. Bye. Okay, now to turn this off.